The idea that the Taliban would take over was premised on the notion that somehow the 300,000 troops we had trained and equipped was going to just collapse. They were going to give up. I don't think anybody anticipated that.
Back in July, you said a Taliban takeover was highly unlikely. Was the intelligence wrong, or did you downplay it?
There was no consensus. If you go back and look at the intelligence reports, they said that it was more likely to be sometime by the end of the year.
When you look at what's happened over the last week, was it a failure of intelligence, planning, execution, or judgment?
Look, I don't think it was a failure. Look, it was a simple choice, George. When the Taliban, let me back it, put it another way. When you had the government of Afghanistan, the leader of that government getting in a plane and taking off and going to another country, when you saw the significant collapse of the Afghan troops we had trained, up to 300,000 of them, just leaving their equipment and taking off, that was, that's what happened.
We've all seen the pictures. We've seen those hundreds of people packed into a C-17. We've seen Afghans falling.
That was 4 days ago, 5 days ago.
What did you think when you first saw those pictures?
What I thought was we have to gain control of this. We have to move this more quickly. We have to move in a way in which we can take control of that airport. And we did.
So Americans should understand that troops might have to be there beyond August 31st.
No, Americans should understand that we're going to try to get it done before August 31st.
But if we don't, the troops will stay.
If we don't, we'll determine at the time who's left. And if there are American forces, if there's American citizens left, we're going to stay till we get them all out.
Anguish and agony as 15,000 Americans and many more Afghans try to escape Kabul. Reports of more than a dozen injured in the crush at the airport, the Taliban beating the crowds. Fighters firing multiple rifle shots in the air to frighten and disperse people. And right by the Taliban checkpoint there, a tense moment.
Taliban, permission.
ABC News.
Okay.
At first, the fighters backed away. Then more Taliban appeared.
Tell him we have permission. We have permission. Tell him.
Walid.
Yes, ABC.
Ignoring the accreditation issued by their own commanders.
We have Taliban permission.
As gunfire erupted again in the background, with their weapons drawn, we were forced back into the cars.
Stop filming. Just put it down.
Inside the airport, it's secure and calm, but just yards away, a completely different picture. New images from the Air Force showing the evacuations, including this image of an Afghan child with an airman's uniform for a blanket. So far, there have been nearly 6,000 evacuations, but some flights leaving half empty because many people can't get to the airport because it's unsafe.